They knew what they were doing. They weren't confused. They weren't going through something. They weren't bad at communication. They knew exactly what they were doing, and they did it anyway. That's the truth that will set you free and break your heart at the same time. Stay with me. This video is for everyone who spent years making excuses for someone who never made one for them. We live in a world that loves to say, maybe they didn't mean it. Maybe they're just afraid. Maybe they have trauma. And maybe all of that is true. But here's what nobody says after that. Having trauma doesn't give someone the right to traumatize you. Being afraid doesn't give someone permission to make you feel small. People know when they are hurting you. They feel the moment they cross a line. They see your face change. They hear the silence after what they said. They know. They just decided that staying comfortable was worth more than protecting you. Here's how you know they knew. Sign number one, they acted differently around other people. If someone can control their behavior at work, with friends in public, then they had the choice to control it with you too. They just didn't choose to. Sign number two, they apologized, then did it again. An apology without changed behavior is not an apology. It's a strategy to reset your boundaries so they can cross them again. Sign number three, they knew your triggers and used them. Only someone paying close attention knows exactly what will hurt you the most. That kind of precision is not accidental. Sign number four, they chose convenience over your pain. They saw your hurt, but fixing it required effort, vulnerability, or sacrifice. And you were not worth that effort to them. That is not your failure. That is their character. So why is this so hard to accept? Because if they knew, then it wasn't a misunderstanding. It was a choice. And if it was a choice, then all those years you spent waiting for them to change were years spent waiting for someone to choose you, someone who had already decided they wouldn't. That is grief, real grief. Not just for the person, but for the version of them you believed in, for the relationship you thought you had, for the time you gave. You are allowed to grieve that. You are allowed to say, this hurt me, this changed me, and it was not okay. So what do you do with this truth? You stop carrying the weight of their choices. You stop rewriting the story to make yourself the problem. You stop wondering what you could have said differently, what you could have been more of, what would have finally made them stay. Because the answer is nothing. When someone has decided not to care, there is no version of you that would have changed that. The problem was never your love, it was their lack of it. And now, knowing that, you can finally stop punishing yourself. You can stop begging. You can stop waiting. You can start healing. If this reached something inside you, share it with someone who needs to hear it, and leave a comment below. Tell me, what's one excuse you're finally done making for someone? Subscribe to the World of Words, because sometimes all you need is someone to say out loud what you've been feeling in silence. See you in the next one.